When comparing two fractions, you ask yourself, are the numerators the same? Are the denominators the same? When comparing the fractions, either the numerator or the denominator has to be the same. First, let's compare two fractions. Well, we would have to make the numerator the same. Let's use 2/6 and 6/7. My numerators are not the same. My denominators are not the same. So I want to make my numerators the same. I ask myself, is there anything that I can do to the number 2 to get to the number 6? Can I multiply 2 times anything to get to 6? I can multiply 2 times 3. Whatever I multiply my numerator by, I have to multiply my denominator by. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 6 is 18. So now I have a numerator with 6. I have a numerator with 6. When my numerators are the same, I look at the denominator. I have 18 and I have 7. The greater the number, the smaller the fraction. So I ask, which is the greater number, 18 or 7? 18 is the greatest number, so that means this is the smaller fraction. So the alligator would want to eat 6/7. So 2/6 is less than 6/7. Let's compare two fractions where we have to make the denominator the same. Let's use 2/3 and 3/5. My numerators are different, my denominators are different. So I'll need to make multiplication sentences to figure out what can I multiply times 3 and what can I multiply times 5 to get the same number. 3 times 1 is 3. 5 times 1 is 5. 3 times 2 is 6. 5 times 2 is 10. 3 times 3 is 9. 5 times 3 is 15. 3 times 4 is 12. 5 times 4 is 20. 3 times 5 is 15. I can stop. I have 15 right here. I have 15 right here. So I have to multiply 5 times 3. Whatever I multiply my denominator by, I have to multiply my numerator. 5 times 2. On this side, I have to do 5 times 3 and 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 3 is 15. Now I'm looking at 10/15 and 9/15. I ask myself, which is greater, 10/15 or 9/15? In the numerator, the greater the number, the greater the fraction. 10 is greater than 9, so the alligator will eat 2/3. 2/3 is greater than 3/5. So again, when you're comparing fractions, you have to make a decision. Are you going to make the numerator the same or the denominator the same? When you make the numerator the same, you look at your denominator. The greater the number, the smaller the fraction. When you make your denominators the same, you look at your numerator. The greater the numerator, the greater the fraction.